Hi everyone, in this video I'll be sharing how to install the latest new and improved completely free FSR3 frame generation mod for the Steam Deck in SteamOS gaming mode, so we can enjoy improved visuals and double our frame rate in many games across our Steam library. And I'll be guiding us all step by step on how to install this as quickly as possible, as well as demonstrating a few games and the performance we can hope to achieve. And before we get started, please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment and share this video with others. From desktop mode, we want to access our web browser and come over to the main Decky loader website called Decky.xyz. Here we want to select download in the top right hand corner and download to our downloads folder. Once that's done, we want to access the Decky Frame Gen GitHub page linked in the description of this video. And on the side here, we want to go down to Releases. And on this page, we want to find a version called 0.7.1 trunk at the time of this video. Here, we want to go down to Decky.framegen.zip and download this to our downloads folder. In our downloads folder, we'll have the installer for Decky and DeckyFrameGen.zip. Let's start by going on DeckyInstaller.desktop, double click and press execute, press continue. Here we'll be asked for our sudo and admin password, which we can set easily by going to our system settings on the taskbar, selecting users and choosing change password. Press X to bring up your keyboard, and I'm going to change my password to Deck and type again. Press enter, close the keyboard, and because I've set a password before, I'm just going to type this again, and now our password will be changed. So close this window, go back to the password prompt, type our new password, press enter and close the keyboard, and here we need to select release and press OK, and now Decky will be installed to our Steam Deck. Simply go ahead, press OK, go back to desktop and then return to gaming mode. Once we're back in gaming mode, we want to press the quick access menu button and go down to this new plug icon that's appeared for Decky Loader. Select this and go across to the cog symbol, and in our general tab we want to go across and down to developer mode. Toggle this on and then you'll see the developer tab has now appeared. Here we want to simply go on install plugin from zip file, select browse and go down to downloads. Select this and you'll see the DeckyFrameGen.zip that we downloaded previously. Select this, press A and install. Once Decky FrameGen is installed, we want to go down to our list of plugins and choose it from the list, and then we want to go down and install FG mod. We'll get a success prompt appear, and then we want to go down to select a game to patch. Here we want to find the game that we want to add the mod to. In my case, I'm going to do Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and once selected, we'll get a choice of patching and unpatching the game with the mod. So I'm going to choose patch, and a confirmation message will appear to say that our launch options were set successfully for the game, and we can now select DLSS in the game's menu to use FSR upscaling and FrameGen equivalents, which I'll be demonstrating momentarily. So let's go back to our game on the home menu, and before we launch we want to choose our controller symbol. We want to select enable back grip buttons, and for our L4 button we want to select this, press R1 and go over to numpad, and we want to choose the insert key. Once that's done, press back and launch the game. Once we're on the main menu, we want to go down to our settings, go down to graphics settings, and under resolution scaling we'll see technology. We want to change this from off and FSR to now DLSS, which is actually FSR 3.1. So I'm going to choose balanced, go down to confirm, and let's go back into our game. In this area you'll see I'm getting around 50 to 60 FPS currently. let's go into our settings, advanced graphics settings, and I've got everything set on low. Going back to graphics settings, you'll see that I have DLSS and balanced enabled, but you'll see that there's no frame generation option available. So let's go back to our game and press the L4 button for our insert key that we just set earlier. Here you'll see a hidden overlay appear called the Upscaler menu. We want to hold down the Steam button to activate our trackpad and so that we can click, and we want to choose from this menu here, changing from FSR 2.1.2 to FSR 3.x, which is FSR 3.1. Choose Apply, and now when we press L4, we can see that our Upscaler has changed from FSR2 to a better one, FSR 3.1. So let's press L4 again, but this time I'm going to hold down the Steam button and choose frame generation. Press L4 and we can see our FPS has shot up to around 80 FPS. But when we move the camera, you can see the HUD at the bottom is flickering, and when we move, it rumbles around. So we can remedy this easily by pressing L4, holding down the Steam button and choosing FG HUD Fix, making sure this number on the limit is set to 1. Press L4 again and we still have 80, 90 FPS and our HUD is fine. And our FPS has almost doubled. Now let's say we want to, instead of FSR 3.1, use XeSS. Press L4, press the Steam button, go onto the drop down, choose XeSS and press Apply. Press L4 and now we'll be using XeSS with frame generation. This time I'm going to try The Witcher 3 with the mod just installed. I'm going to press the Quick Access menu button, go down to Decky Frame Gen. I don't need to install the FG mod again. Go down to Select a Game to Patch, and I'm going to go all the way to the bottom until I find The Witcher 3. Choose this, select Patch, we'll get our confirmation message, and I'm going to find The Witcher 3 in my library and press Play. I'm going to choose Options, go down to Video, choose Graphics, go down to Anti-Aliasing, and I'm going to change this to DLSS, which is actually our mod's FSR 3.1. Set this to DLSS quality, or you can change it to balanced or quality. I'm going to set it to performance. Go back, go into display, and we can now toggle DLSS frame generation. Go ahead and select this, go back, and we can see our FPS has now shot up to 100 in this area. Now the difference between a game like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and The Witcher 3 is that The Witcher 3 has the frame generation toggle available, and we don't need to press the L4 button to get into our overlay. But we can get into our overlay if we want to change our upscaler. So let's press the Steam button, go to Controller Settings, go down to L4 like before, go to Numpad, select the insert key, go back, and when we press this in The Witcher 3, we'll get our overlay appear, and we can see that FSR 3.1 is currently selected, and we can change this to XeSS 1.3, press Apply, press L4, and we'll see that our upscaler has now changed, with frame generation still in effect. Now before we end the video, if we ever want to uninstall the mod, just press the Quick Access menu button, come over to Decky Frame Gen, go down to your game, so I'm going to find and select Witcher 3, and then I'm going to choose Unpatch, and we'll get a message to say that DLSS mods will uninstall on the next launch of the game. So press back, go onto the game, and when we press play, the mod will be uninstalled once the game launches. Before we end the video, I'd like to give a massive shout out and thank you to the creator of the Decky FrameGen mod, Jason Derulo, for their communication, accepting my feedback following testing of the mod, and allowing me to contribute to the project. As always, when there are new updates to share, like this one today, make sure to stay tuned to the channel, as I'll be covering all of these in depth as and when they arrive, alongside testing more games that support the mod so we can leverage the most performance we can from the Steam Deck. So if you enjoyed this guide and learned something new today, please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment and share this video with others. You all have a wonderful day, look out for one another, and I'll see you later.